Tomco Insurance Agency is a full-service insurance agency offering auto, home, farm, toys, business, health, and life. Tomco is proud to support School Talk on WEIU. More information is available at 217-345-6750 or email info@tomcoagency.com. Tomco is an independent, family-owned, operated insurance agency in Charleston.
Hi, I'm Brayden Armstrong, host of School Talk. Today I'm here with Alejandro Alva. So, Ollie, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I do love video games and sports. My favorite sports are golf, swimming, cracking up jokes. I also really love video games, like platformer and 3D video games.
Well, that's nice. To start out here with our first question, what has your favorite school memory been?
Well, my favorite school memory might probably be in second grade when I didn't know anything about second grade. I didn't have any friends in that class, and then my best friend today came up to me and he showed me to my desk. I was really terrified before that, but then after that, I loved that year.
Was there anything else about that first day that made it more memorable than it already is?
Well, I sat a seat in front of him. There was like a seat between me and him, and I always forgot which one I sat to. Sometimes I was a seat too close or a seat too far. One time I was a seat too close for a whole day and no one told me. I got in trouble because the seating was strict that year.
I have another question for you here. What are your favorite subjects at school?
My favorite subjects would be history, art, and computer skills.
Why is history one of your favorite subjects?
Because I love learning about everything that we did in the past. If we don't learn about our history, we'll repeat it.
What is one of your favorite things that you've learned in your history class?
I really love the Salem witch trials. They were always a big mystery to me, and I can't believe that actually happened in real life.
Tell me about your other classes and how they're your favorite, like computer skills.
I really like art because in middle school in art, I get to draw or make whatever I desire. I made tons of things. I made a banana, like a detailed banana, and I got an A+ on it. I really like art, especially since my teacher is so nice.
That art topic sounded fun. I have another question for you here. Do you feel that our school, CMS, is a good place to learn daily?
I believe it is a very it educates us well. It's very serious about testing, so we pass it very easily, and we know almost everything in the test. They teach us well, they feed us well, and the teachers are well picked.
With going along with feed us well, what is your favorite lunch food?
I really like the tater tots they've been serving us every Thursday. They're really good.
Why do you like the tater tots?
They're world class. I feel like, well, they should be like world TV, worldwide. They're amazing.
Okay, that's funny. Going on to our next question here. When you ever have tests, do you ever get nervous when you have them?
Yes, especially with, our very important tests like map testing. I'm always struggling because they make such a big deal out of it. I'm always so scared, but the teachers always make us feel better and it goes by faster than I think.
Is there anything personally that you ever do to help cope with having a test or being worried about it?
Well, I usually just sit back in my chair, rub my forehead, just close my eyes for a few seconds and think of what I'm going to do when I go home. It always makes the day go faster.
That sounds like it would be helpful for most tests. Do you participate in any extracurricular activities here at our school at CMS? If
Yes,
so, what?
I do. I participate in chorus. I really love singing. I always love music. It's really nice. The teacher is really nice. I love it.
What has been your favorite part about choir so far?
Well, we just dance. Sometimes we dance. It's always really fun. He always makes jokes. Everyone is really funny and nice. I like a big group.
Who is your choir teacher?
My choir teacher is Mr. Malott. He's the best.
Yeah, what do you like about Mr. Malott's music directing style?
Well, he's bald, so very often he always wears these crazy wigs. Like sometimes they reach his knees, sometimes they just go straight up. It's super funny, and the way he gets the class really quiet, he's really fun and nice.
That's actually really funny. How is middle school different from like some of the other schools we've attended, like Carl Sandburg or Jefferson?
Well, in all of the schools beside our middle school, it gives us way more freedom to move around, walk around, to really choose what we want to learn or how we want to learn it. Also, the food's better, even though they take away my favorite food, a banana. The teachers are nicer. They know what the students are thinking most of the time.
Yeah,
Kind of creepy.
it is. Do you participate in any extracurricular activities in school besides choir?
In fact, I do. I just remembered this. I do participate in golf. I love golfing. I'm kind of a natural at golfing, only when I'm using my driver though. It's really fun. I love being out in the open, and our teacher, I forgot his name, but he's really nice.
How long have you played golf for, roughly?
2 years. Well,
I like to play golf too. I've played for quite a few years also. I have another question for you here. In a few years, 2 years roughly, we'll be going to high school. Are you nervous, excited? What are your feelings on that?
I'm mostly nervous because it's going to be a whole new place. It's going to be confusing for me, but I do know that our teachers will eventually show us what to do and where we're going to go. And we're going to be more mature, so we can choose what we're doing. We have a lot more freedom.
Are there any potential classes that you may want to take but you know of?
I don't know of much, but I definitely want history, maybe any robotics classes that they have. I love engineering.
Why do you like engineering?
Well, I love building stuff. I love tech. I love computers. I also love how there are robots doing surgery. I watch a bunch of videos with mechanical robots helping people, like doctors.
Is that something you may possibly want to do when you grow up?
I also love medical jobs, any medical work. I might want to be a doctor someday.
That sounds nice to try and help people. What do you think high school will be like when we get there?
Well, definitely more freedom. It's way bigger, so I'll definitely trip on the stairs. My sister says she trips on the stairs almost every day. I'll get lost. I know that. It's big. The teachers will show us how to do what.
Yeah, I'm sure the teachers will show us how to get around, do things. Since we'll be there 4 years, we'll get used to it after a few years. Is there any relief in our 7th grade year? But 8th grade's almost here, but 7th grade's almost over. Are you looking forward to 8th grade, or just looking forward to 7th grade being over?
I'm definitely looking for 7th grade to be over and starting 8th grade, because we'll get more respect by the 7th graders next year, because we'll be 8th graders. the top of the school, and all that stress will just blow off my shoulders after school's done.
So what about 8th grade do you think you'll like most from what you've heard or seen so far?
Well, I definitely know. I see them watching a lot of movies whenever I pass by their halls, and the teachers seem very fun and exciting.
Well, that sounds nice, Ollie. I have another question for you here. What advice would you have for a younger student starting at our school next year?
Well, I definitely will tell them that the art teacher is amazing. They should sign up for chorus or band. They're a lot easier than any other epic class that we have. And don't mess with the subs. They can get mean, really mean sometimes, but they usually have really fun stories to tell all of the students. It's always enjoyable. Oh, and eat the tater tots. But they don't have bananas, so.
Well, that's great advice for younger students starting at our school, transitioning from an elementary school to where they actually got switched through classes instead of just having one or two. I got one last question for you here. Is there anything else you would like to share with me here?
Well, I do love our school district. It makes everything more easier, and our test scores are always really high because they're serious on us, but it always makes our grades better and lets us have a better reputation, lets us get better jobs, and eat the tater tots.
Tater tots sound pretty good. Anyway, thank you for being here, Ollie. Thanks for joining us on School Talk. I'm Brayden Armstrong. Thank you for watching.
Tomco Insurance Agency is a full-service insurance agency offering auto, home, farm, toys, business, health, and life. Tomco is proud to support School Talk on WEIU. More information is available at 217-345-6750 or email info@tomcoagency.com. Tomco is an independent, family-owned, operated insurance agency in Charleston.